and we're in Muncie, Indiana. Great Friday, sitting out by the pool. It's a really beautiful day. You know, I'm thinking about today. Today was a special day in the way you know, I know a lot of you don't know this, but I'm a cancer survivor. And because of that, I have to go every now and then, from time to time, I'll go see a doctor, have a special doctor taking care of me. And I got to thinking, you know, earlier this morning, thinking about that cancer and the doctor I was going to, and thinking, you know, you got to really have a lot of faith in your doctors. You got to really trust them. And, I thought about it. I said, you know, I'm going to ask my doctor when I see him because I want him to know that. I'm going to ask him some questions. I'm going to make some statements because I'm a straightforward kind of guy. That's just the way I am. And so I said, when I went in to see him, I said, he asked how I was doing. I always say great because I'm always doing good. God bless me. I can get up. I can sit up. I'm having a good day. But I said, now I got some questions I want to ask you. Just thinking, I said, first of all, I want to tell you something. I said, before you, I had another doctor. Now, in having that doctor, I said there were some things about that doctor and talking to him that my wife wasn't happy with. And since she wasn't happy, I wasn't happy, which means we had to make some changes. So that's how we ended up with you as my doctor. And I said, just so you know, when I think about this, in order to have you as my doctor, I have to really trust you and I really have to appreciate you. I said, you know, because you're looking after my health and safety, and actually my life depends on some decisions and things that you'll do. So I want you to know I respect you, have a lot of respect for you. Wife's happy, I'm happy. I said, but now I got to ask you some questions. I said, because once again, you know I'm a straightforward kind of guy. I said, now, so the questions I want to ask you, I said, now I've already told you I respect you. But the question that comes to my mind is, do you respect me? Now, I know it only makes good sense business-wise. You're going to see people, you're going to smile, you're going to try and tell them the things that you think they want to hear. But that's really not what I want to know. I just want to know the truth. I said, you know, you can give an answer. I'm going to have to take you at your word. I said, but you know, I've given you information. You know what I do. My wife and I. And he says, well, yeah. He says, I got your card. And I want to show you the card that he looked at. He said, I got your card. Now, I told him, I said, you know, my wife, she actually designs these cards. She does a great job. I always give my wife a plug because, yes, she does a good job on these cards. I said, but I want you to realize, although it says betterdonuts.com, we don't sell donuts. A lot of people look and they think we sell donuts, but we don't sell donuts. And he said, well, I got your card. I've actually looked at the information. I've looked at videos. He says, and you know, it's a lot of good stuff there. He says, but now I gotta be honest with you. He said, I want you to understand. I've looked. I'm being a doctor, being a professional. People are always coming to me, always wanting to, give me different business opportunities. And he says, I look for opportunities. I'm always looking for a dream or something that can actually make something special happen. He says, but you know, I only have so much time, and I don't really have a lot of time, so I'm looking for something that's not going to require a lot of time on my part. And I said, okay, I understand that. And he says, and then one of the bigger things is my wife. He said, you know, she, when it comes to travel, since I know you do travel, she books all of our travel. So she does all of that. And you know, when it comes to opportunities, she knows I'm looking for opportunities, but you know, I got to run it by her. And then when I do, if she's not happy, I'm just not happy. I say, I know, basically she's the boss and she tells you whether it's going to be acceptable or not. I said, but you know what? I'm good with that. I can accept that. Because guess what? I said, when I do everything, guess what I do? I run it by the boss too. I said, going on the 23rd this month, we've been married for 43, will be 44 years. So actually, I'm looking, but the bottom line is, yeah, I run things by the boss too, so I don't have a problem with that. And he said, well, you know, it's got a lot of good opportunities there. He said, because I'm looking at it, and he says, well, I'm looking for the opportunity, and really what you showed me and what's there actually doesn't require a huge investment. It doesn't have a lot of risk involved in it. And I'm looking at him, I'm smiling, I'm like, okay. I said, but you know what? I want you to know something. Since I respect you, I know you're a sharp individual, and you'll understand something. He says, well, yeah, you know, I said, well, you know, what I'm giving you an opportunity, it's not really that expensive. A lot of people think it's more expensive than it really is. And I said, what do you think? He said, well, it's got to be like $1,000. It's got to be over $500. And I looked at him and said, well, actually, it's less than that. I said, but now I'm going to show you something. He says, well, you know, I'm a little skeptical. He says, actually, my wife, she's more skeptical about things than I am. And so, you know, I'm just trying to figure out how I communicate that with her. And I said, now that's what really gets to me. I want you to flip that card over, and when you flip the card over, he sees the word vortex. Now, off to the left of that word, it says free. I said, now, being straightforward like I am, I'm going to tell you this again. It says free. The vortex is free. Now, I said something else to him that a lot of people don't think about. I said, hey, you've used a booking engine before? And he says, yeah. I mean, like, you know, Priceline or Travelocity, Expedia, Priceline.com, and those things, you know, those are booking engines. Well, yeah. Well, but I don't use those. My wife uses those. I said, okay, well, that's good. But now, this you ought to be able to sell to your wife. It's free. When you go here to the vortex, it's not going to cost you a thing. I said, all it's going to do is ask for your name, email address. You create your own password. You got your own private booking engine now. I said, but now, here's the important thing about this. 85 to 90% of the time, guess what? The vortex is going to beat Priceline, Travelocity, Expedia. It's going to beat those 85, 90% of the time. So what I always tell people when I give them this card, I say, go get your free vortex. Now, here's what makes sense to me. You go get online now, go to those booking engines and book something. It can be a car rental. It could be a hotel room, someplace you want to stay. Look and see what those prices are. Then go to your vortex to compare. And if you go to your vortex to compare and they beat the vortex, I'd suggest use them. But now if you go to your free vortex and you use it and it beats their prices and saves you money, logically to me, knowing the sharp guy that you are, it would only make sense for you to use your free vortex. Now, the other thing that I want to tell you, and I want people to understand, there's always a question about, okay, what's the catch? Well, there really is no catch. Here's what I want you to understand. There's really no catch. Excuse me a second, I got a little water here. And when I say there's no catch, it's not costing you anything. Well, the question is then, well, why are you passing out the card? Why would you give me a free vortex? I said, well, if you look at Travelocity, Priceline.com, all of those, you know why everybody knows about them? Because they advertise. They're spending big bucks on television to promote and advertise their business. So now, if they're spending big money, they got to get a return. Being the smart businessman you are, you're aware of the fact, then they have to inflate the prices to recoup their money. I said, the company that I work with, the agency I work with, doesn't do that. They're not advertising online. You know why? Because they have people like me. I'm talking to you. I'm sharing this information with you. I'm sharing this card. Yes, this is my business. Yes, the Vortex is made available through me. You'll understand more when you go to betterthandonuts.com. So when you do that, you know, once again, you're trusting a person that you trust and respect, hopefully. That's the person you're dealing with. Okay? And I'll tell you this, because your wife is probably concerned about time spent. You know, you got so much time at work, you got so much time, you got family, and you got her. Women are like that. I understand that. But at the same time, understand this. If you so choose to, you can always pick up the phone and you can contact me. And anything that you want to do as far as booking anything in travel, we can do that for you. But if you want to get the best possible savings, we're going to show you and we're going to share with you how you can get the best possible savings. Know that it's coming from people that, once again, hopefully you trust and you respect. Once again, betterthandonuts.com is the site to go to get the information from. And when you go there, we want you to always take advantage of your free Vortex. Now, by the way, you can also share the Vortex with friends and family. So don't keep it a secret. Just go to it. See what's there. Look up hotel rentals. Look up car rentals. Look up anything else. Anything else you want to book a cruise, look at those prices. And remember, it's going to save you money. Now, look at this card again. I'm always giving my wife a plug because my wife designed this card. As a matter of fact, when you go to the betterthandonuts.com site, my wife has also designed that site. Now, we have people really around the country that actually go to that site and use it for the information that's there. So people that come on our team and become part of our team also have access to that, and we assist them. So we're not going to disappoint you. This is Ken Reed from Muncie, Indiana.